Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on my very important skincare tips and what I do to keep my skin not only clear but also glowy and all that jazz. So I brought out my old iPhone. I wrote all my notes down on my skincare tips that I could come up with in my head, that I do in my everyday life and all my routines. So yeah, my first tip is double cleansing. Double cleansing is super important when taking off makeup, whether it's heavy makeup and even sometimes light makeup depending where you put the makeup. So double cleansing is basically where you could use, this is the micellar water that I use, but basically where you use a micellar water first, or you use like an oil cleanser first to remove makeup, and then you're going with like a cream cleanser, something like that. So this is how I double cleanse, where I just get a micellar water and then I'll go in with a regular cleanser. The cleanser that I currently use is just it was like a Clarisonic cleanser that I got, so I've been using that for right now. At the nighttime, in my nighttime routine, I'll use a salicylic acid cleanser, but in my daytime routine, I'm not picky because, again, your skin recuperates better at night than it does during the day. So during the day, people tend to focus less on what products they put on their face rather than the nighttime. So my second skincare tip is, just because you have oily skin doesn't mean that you shouldn't moisturize or hydrate your skin or use a hydrating mask. You'll probably feel because your skin is oily that you don't have to hydrate your skin, but that is false. Sometimes when you have oily skin and you notice that it's getting more oily, that's probably because it's dehydrated. So I would say once a week, go in with, at nighttime, use a little a moisturizer that's a little heavier than during the daytime. During the nighttime, I'll use moisturizers, which is like, this is the one that I'm currently using right now, but it's a Glam Glow Moisture Trip. But during the day, I go in with a lighter one. This is the one that I'm currently using, is the Protini Polypeptide Cream by Drunk Elephant. It's just a sample that I have, but this is a lighter one. It's more, it's a lighter cleanser rather than it going in with something like this, which is very heavy on my skin personally, but that's because I have oily skin. So it all depends on your types of skin. If you have oily skin, during the daytime, I would go in with more of a gel moisturizer rather than a cream moisturizer, just because gel moisturizers are more water-based. So my third tip is always wear sunscreen. Sunscreen is super important if you don't want to age. I'm really bad with sunscreen too. I hate wearing sunscreen. A lot of people think because when you wear sunscreen that your skin gets oily, but it depends, again, on the sunscreen you use. I know I used to use a sunscreen by Drunk Elephant, and that made my skin extremely oily just because of the ingredients in it. But the one that I'm currently using is by Supergoop, and it's a mattifying sunscreen, and it's also tinted. So I feel that it works best for my skin, because not only is it tinted, so if I'm not using, I don't want to use anything that's like not tinted. I'm not wearing no makeup on my face. I can go in with that and I won't really have to worry as much. So another tip is exfoliation. Some people think because they have dry skin that they should exfoliate every single day. That's incorrect. Exfoliating every single day is bad for your skin. You should only exfoliate 1 to 2 times a week. And when exfoliating, I wouldn't use anything with beads or walnuts in it, because that can add tears into the skin, but rather I would use things like either an acid, which does exfoliation, or I would just use a very, very light microdermabrasion one. Some people disagree with that. They say, well, that doesn't really exfoliate my skin as much as a walnut mask. You can go in with that if you want to. I personally don't recommend it. Tears in your skin just mean for bacteria to go onto your skin and cause acne. So this is an exfoliating cleanser that I currently use, and it's the Knockout Tarte Daily Exfoliating Cleanser, and it has AHAs and BHAs. So another tip is using acids. Acids aren't bad for your skin. Some people be like, well, I can't use acids because that's just going to make my skin all red and I have sensitive skin. No, again, that's not true. While some acids are stronger than others, there are still some acids that are good for your skin, whether you have oily skin, sensitive skin. You just have to find the right acid that's good for you. So one acid that I personally love is salicylic acid and niacinamide. Those two are my favorite. And hyaluronic acid, I mean, come on, that's in like every product and people don't even realize. Some people don't even realize that there's acids in their products and they're like, oh, I can't use acids because they're no good for my skin. That's not true. If you look it up, it's totally fine for your skin. Whether you have sensitive, again, if you have sensitive, that's fine. I have sensitive skin too. Just go in with something that's more appropriate for your skin type. Buying skincare just because the packaging is cute. Something that you can tell yourself, and I wrote it down, is skin recognizes quality, not the cute packaging. So, although we want packaging that's like super fancy and super pretty, why? What is the packaging going to do for your skin that the product won't? So, for example, The Ordinary. It's such a basic, it looks like a lab product that you would just use on your skin. It's so perfect because it works, it's cheap, but the packaging is so plain. But that's fine because the product works. But if I go in with something by like, I would say like Tarte products are good, but they're so fancy sometimes. I mean, it's cute, but are you paying for the product or are you paying for the packaging, you know? It depends on the brand, and it depends, you know, like if you can find cute packaging that for a product that works and that's for affordable, then hey, go for it. Changing pillowcases. You should wash and change your pillowcase at least once or twice. Once a week or once every 2 weeks. Why? Because again, guys, our skin is oily and it has bacteria. So I wash my pillowcase every 2 weeks because I'm lazy and I don't like changing them. But changing and washing your pillowcases is important because our skin has bacteria on our face and we're sleeping on the pillow. Not only do you have bacteria on your face, but you also have oil. If you have oily, especially if you have oily skin, wash your pillows. Also, another tip that a lot of people don't know is to use a satin pillowcase. Why satin? Satin, one, is good for your hair. It will help with breakage. I don't use satin pillowcases, but I used to have one. I also gave one to my boyfriend because he has very curly hair. Satin is good for oily because it's not really seeping into like I have a fuzzy pillowcase currently because it's cold in New York, but the oils are now just staying on that fuzziness. So I tend to wash that pillowcase a little more often, but yeah. So drinking water, getting sleep, and eating healthy. What you put into your body will show. So if you're constantly eating oily food and fried foods, your skin is going to know and you're going to find more breakouts. While if you're eating healthier foods that are good for you, your skin is going to thank you for that. So what you put into your body will thank you or will react. Getting sleep is important. They say you should get about 8 hours of sleep. I know that's really hard with our everyday lives. I try to get 8 hours of sleep, but I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get more. Sometimes you get less. Sometimes you get exactly 8. That's just important. And drinking water. Drinking water is so important. One way to know if I'm drinking enough water, and I know this might sound like too much information, TMI, is looking at my pee. I look at my pee and I can see if I'm drinking enough water or not due to the color. You want your pee to be as clear as possible. That's how you know that you're drinking enough water. Another way to know if you're drinking enough water for you is to, just look it up online. You can put in how much you weigh, how tall you are, you're female, male, how old you are, and it'll tell you how many bottles a day or how many fluid ounces a day you should be drinking. So, washing your hands is extremely important. You don't want to, again guys, your hands have bacteria on them. My hands have bacteria on them. It doesn't matter if I just wash my hands, they're always gonna have bacteria on them. So wash your hands. You don't want to have bacteria and transfer bacteria. I mean, how silly is that? If you don't wash your hands and you gotta wash your face, you're just putting the bacteria that's on your hands onto your face. Duh. So, you know, wash your hands at least for about 30 to 60 seconds. Dry them so whatever soap is maybe left on your hands or whatever's on your hands gets off of them. Always use a clean towel when washing your hands and then cleaning your face. I know a lot of people stress this where they have their own face towel, they have their own hand towel, and then they have their own body towel. That's a great idea if you don't mind doing the laundry, which is, it's just 2 little items that you're adding into your laundry basket. It's fine. Another tip is toners. Toners are extremely important. The toner that I currently use, I use a daytime toner and a nighttime toner, but my daytime toner is the only one I have in front of me currently. I don't feel like going and grabbing the nighttime one. But the daytime toner that I use is by Bliss. I talked about it in a previous video before. It is my holy grail. I love it. Helps my skin glow. And it's just perfect in every single way. They're good because they balance the skin's pH levels. They remove any excess oils that you have on your skin after washing it that maybe the cleanser didn't take off or couldn't take off. It helps remove anything that might be on your skin. So even if we double cleanse, we might not get everything off of our skin. So toning and then using one of these is important just because it helps get anything that's still left on your skin off while toning your skin. So I always love to use toners. They say toners are really important. Some people might disagree with you. I know a lot of people who have dry skin dislike using toners because they feel that it makes their skin more tight. But for a gal like me who has oily skin, I don't really mind, you know? So that's it for the my skincare tips. I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any tips that you want to give me. I'm always interested in tips and ways to improve my skin, guys. If you have any products that you think I should be trying, because I love to try new things, and I currently just for the new year, I got rid of so many skincare items. So let me know because I'm interested in buying some new things. Bye, guys.